We're live now.
Hello.
Can you hear us out there?
I was muted. There we go.
I think we're live now.
I think, yep,
Yep.
we are. You did it.
Yep.
Hey.
Hey, there's an accomplishment.
Did you talk to Mandy today?
I have talked to Mandy today. She texted me a few minutes ago and said her little one was getting sleepy, and as soon as she got her lay down, she would join us. So that is good. Hey, Wandering Adventure, thank you for coming in, everyone.
Is Wandering Adventure Wandering Hearts?
No.
No? Okay.
Mm-mm.
I think they go change your name on me.
I can't mod now because I don't know how to do it from here. And
are you on your computer or phone?
I'm on my computer.
Okay.
And I don't know how to do it from my phone.
If you go into your live through YouTube on your phone, like you're just opening up the YouTube app and you're gonna watch videos, but go to your live, you can click on her, and it'll ask, do you want to make a mod, standard mod, the NV mod, whatever. It has to be done through YouTube and YouTube chat to do it that way, not StreamYard.
It didn't have to be done through YouTube Studio though, right?
No, you can do it that way, but you don't have to. You can just go right into your live chat and click on them.
Oh, cool. Okay. So you want to wait a little bit before and try to get some people in before we start our discussion?
I don't care. That's up to you. That's up to you. If you want to give a rundown first of what we're going to discuss this evening to the chat. Hi, TJ. Hi, Brown Eyed. Eve.
Cher, do you want to start with your news?
My news? Well, how many people? I can't even see how many people are even in here. I don't even know. Was anyone at that live stream yesterday afternoon claiming that Summer Wells kidnappers were being brought to justice? She was live with some weird thing from a whole nother state. Did anyone catch that? Well, 300 people caught that.
I did not catch it. Can anyone in chat catch it?
Oh, Eve caught it.
Do you see that, Eve? I was going to say, I think I saw Eve in the chat. Maybe not. Cursed with Curiosity, Six Up Media. There's a few of us in there just like, this is not okay. Then I heard today she deleted it. I wish I would have downloaded it because so many people, oh my God. Well, that's good. I'm glad no one saw it because it was ridiculous. There's a YouTuber that went live yesterday claiming her father and brother were the kidnappers and live streaming a live news feed of something that had nothing to do with Summer, but she had rolling on her screen that Summer's kidnappers were being brought to justice. The cops were knocking down her door while she was on the live. She is a nutcase. Oh my God, yeah. Yeah. She incriminated her own family. Like, it was ridiculous. Like, it was one of the worst things to witness. I was like, is this real life? Like, what the fuck? And people were mad at me, saying I was mean.
I've never, what is her, well, I don't think we know.
I didn't do that to you, Tammy.
Yeah.
She's not, we're not sending anyone over there. Fuck that.
Yeah. No, we don't need to say her name on here, but
and those that know, you'll get the rewatchers that will probably have seen it. And yeah, but just, heads up. It had nothing to do with Summer. Please be more smart on who you're trusting. Be careful of the creators you're following. because they only care about one thing. And it definitely wasn't Summer, but she sure as shit got what she wanted by having 300 people in a chat.
Yeah, because if that was true, that would have been huge. But
Huge.
yeah,
Nope.
that's
And like TBI said yesterday, that if there's anything new, they will post it. Like they'll be the ones to post it. If it's something huge, there'll be a press conference. So yeah, don't fall for that shit.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
honestly didn't know what she was gonna end up doing today, but yeah, she deleted that show. So now,
Well, I
and
would think if that was true, that it would be just more than whoever that was putting it out. I mean, it would be all over the news. It would be,
yeah,
right.
you know,
Although that's what we want, let's
right.
just make sure it's true.
Exactly. Yeah.
And if one person's doing it, then it's probably not true.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, one YouTuber, and it's her brother, and then she's live saying the cops are pounding her door down, but she doesn't leave her live stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait, they just found Summer's kidnappers. It's your dad and brother, and you're like, haha, I'm gonna show everyone. Oh, everyone's gonna feel dumb for talking crap about me. Ha ha ha.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell?
Mm.
Hi, Dawn. I don't think I said hi to Brown Eye Girl.
Well, I just made a post to try to let everybody know we're live. So
I shared it out too. Hi,
Mark,
Dawn.
you're being very quiet today.
Yeah,
I'm thinking.
Oh,
Mark was taking a
Uh-oh.
nap during that live stream. He didn't get to see it.
Yeah, I'm sorry I missed it.
the beard of reason is being quiet.
Yeah.
should we be scared?
We might.
Yeah, save Mark. Help Mark.
Oh yeah, I'm just in so much trouble over here.
So, y'all, I would like to discuss Summer as my first case on here because she was my first case. Other than the Watts, which we know how that ended. That was originally my first one, but Summer was, man, she was like right when I've been on YouTube a while, but I really got into her case. It was kind of quick, it was kind of like it didn't take long to get into Summer's case is what I'm trying to say. I just kind of got into her case because you just get so drawn into that sweet little girl that you just don't, you don't want to stop until you find the answers about it. But my feelings still feel the same. I still feel the same about Summer on what happened to her. And that hasn't changed much for me, even after it's like 4 years. It hasn't changed.
Wow.
Yeah, it hasn't changed for me. Has it changed for y'all? Your feelings on what happened to her?
I've been kind of back and forth a little bit over the years, but it all boils down to the same thing.
Yeah.
And I wanted at first to believe that the parents didn't have anything to do with it, only because I had just lost my son. I couldn't even fathom somebody doing something to their child.
Right.
So that was kind of where I was at the very beginning, but it was very obvious. If they did not do it, they know exactly what happened and who did it.
Mm-hmm.
But when you have a 2-minute time frame for her to go missing in, but yet there's hours of open time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just almost obvious.
Yeah.
Dawn doesn't think she will ever be found. I pray someday she will be found.
They had so many different, how many different stories first it was she ran up. Well, it was she walked away, but then they said, well, she would never go outside by herself. Okay, well, it's got to be one or the other. She was
Right.
scared of bears. She wouldn't. She knew bears were out there. She wouldn't walk out. Then it was, huh?
Oh, sorry.
It's like then she was going to be kidnapped. She was kidnapped or abducted, and I'm like, way up there on that hill. I don't.
If that was the case, I honestly 100% believe it would have been by someone she knew
Yeah, that's
very well.
not
And their
just.
circle was pretty tight, I think, on her trusting people.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I still feel the
Cher's
same.
got way more on us, though.
Oh,
Talking
yeah.
on as much as she has.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I tried thinking every which way. It wasn't because really them, but it was because Mark, thought he always thinks no one wants to think parents are hurting their kids.
Right.
Mark's brain does not like to go there.
Yeah.
I didn't want to.
Unfortunately, I know it to be true because it's my experience. So I just knew right away that we were being manipulated, and I saw some things that were very familiar to me, and that's what latched me on.
Yeah.
You were drawn to her case because
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Man.
So do you feel the same as you did at the beginning? Do you think her disappearance is the people responsible? You still feel the same, or do you feel it's something totally different?
I've gone back and forth at the beginning, like what could be possible. I was like, okay, if not Don and Candace, definitely these are the type of people that would make a lot of people angry at them, which is what we found out, right? They owed a lot of people money. They, doing what they're doing up there. They're not loved people, I don't think.
Yeah.
And you had the neighbors already doing lives and bitching about them before even Summer ever was reported missing. And then you're like, everybody that surrounded this little girl is a piece of shit. Everybody, every single adult was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Around all of those kids.
It's like they didn't have a chance.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And I honestly believe the kids were as happy as they could be and as happy as they knew to be.
Like they didn't know any different.
Yeah, they had no clue there was a better way of living out there, I don't think.
Right.
Yeah, it was normal for them.
Yeah, I think so. I really do. And, for as far as Summer not leaving the top of that hill, Dawn went straight to the shed, he said, because she would go play there. So she would have to leave the top of the hill to get to the shed to go play there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So.
And he was talking about the one at the bottom, not the one at the top.
Yes, the one at the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, and that's not a good look. It's not a good look. We all knew that right away. When he sent that driving video to me too, I was like, why would he do that?
Yeah, exactly.
And what made him drive those ways? Like, I don't know. There's something about Don always rubbed me wrong because I knew that I felt that, didn't I keep saying too, that I felt like Don was so attached to me because I was a victim. I kept saying I saw myself in Summer when I was 5, that 5-year-old little girl. But the way Don kept treating me was like, and you know how much you want me to get with Robin and get with the SDA and come stay over here.
Oh, Lord.
No. Yeah. No, like I don't know. There's just something about him where you guys heard me live too, where all these people think I turned on Don. I never turned on Don. I always told Don that I didn't believe he was fully innocent, that I never trusted his wife, and I think that he could be guilty, right? Tammy, you've heard me say it to him
Oh,
multiple times. And
Oh,
he knew that. And he would even say it live. I know you have your thoughts. You have told me what you think. And he still kept that connection. So that was telling me something too.
I also think that he did that because you probably knew more about what Summer was going through than anybody, and it kind of bothered him
I
because
think so.
he knew that you could call him on his BS, plus probably kind of figure out what Summer's life was about.
Well, he definitely wanted, I feel like, the narcissist side of what both of those two have wanted me. He thought he could change my mind, I think.
Yeah.
I have to agree with I'm Too Honest for this because she said all of his God talk he uses is to
Yeah.
justify his horrid behavior. And I agree.
Mm.
Yeah.
I agree 100% with that.
Didn't Don say he always knew why Candace had to keep a close eye on Summer? Because he always knew that out of all his kids, it was Summer. Something was going to happen to Summer. He always knew that.
Yeah, he always said that. Yeah. Yep. I remember you telling me about that.
I mean, why put that on a child?
Well, I always felt Candace was jealous of Summer.
Who isn't Candace jealous of?
Yeah.
Anyone Dawn talks to, she's jealous of.
She really didn't like you, Cher.
That
Yeah.
sucks. I don't like her. So the feeling's mutual.
Right. There's Mandy.
And I know people get on me. I don't. Oh, what if you're wrong and she's the mother of a missing girl? No, she's guilty. They're all guilty of abuse on those children, which is why they don't have their other children. Hello.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I mean,
Brandy Neal didn't get her other kids taken from her because Monkey was missing.
Right. And when you have 7 kids and you end up with 0,
I mean,
Yep.
there's a common denominator, and it's you.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. And they're not together, is that correct?
There's all kinds of rumors right now. Who knows? I mean, the bread lady could have worked her magic and they're back together happily. Who knows?
Right.
The what?
She could have worked her black magic, the bread lady.
That's what I thought you said.
Yeah. And also, one thing I was thinking of after we ended the last live, do you remember a video that Tim Mullen did? And he's walking around a field and he says he smelt the smell of death.
Yes.
Walking around the field.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys remember what Don says his dream of Summer was? Wasn't she running around in a field?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
By the way, I got like 500,000 views on that video that I clipped of Tim Mullen saying that on TikTok.
Oh,
And
really?
Tim Mullen reported that video, had it removed for like a whole 12 hours till I appealed it and it went back up. But
Yeah.
he wanted it. He didn't ever try to appeal it on my YouTube where it didn't get that many views. But on TikTok, he tried to bring that shit down.
Wow.
It's still up.
Way
I
to
wonder
go.
why he wanted it to be taken down.
Because way more people were seeing it over there, and it's a little sus.
Little too close to the truth.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. And her birthday is coming up.
Right. That's February 4th, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing that creeps me out with the Sebastian Rogers case. They definitely, Chris Profit said that they knew us from Summer Wells. They studied that case and whatever, right?
Yep.
Yes, he did.
Mhm.
And he was reported missing February 26th.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm.
And those two cases kind of, I mean, with the parents, it's like, Candace was saying people were being mean to her and they were hating on her, and you've heard
Oh, no.
CP and KP complain about what they're going through instead of looking for Sebastian, and Letitia Stott did the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she was terrible.
Yep, 4 years in June. Yep, she would have been 9 in February. Correct? Yeah, because she was 5 when she went missing.
Wow.
I just can't understand the mindset you would have to be in to actually hurt a child.
Wow. They're drugged up and drunk up all the time.
Yeah.
And a part of a cult that's very much the end times motivated,
Yeah.
I kind of wonder if that whole, like, all of the neighbors, are they kind of all like go to that church that are around them, or is it just
No, I don't think they all go. I mean, I don't see Jody Sue.
Right.
I don't know.
true? She still lives there, I guess.
Still smoking them cancer curing cigarettes in a fucking box up on a hill.
Her poor daughter, man. God.
We can't talk about her little.
Her little ain't that little.
Summer she did grab all of our hearts. She sure did.
She did.
She
Wait,
did.
did you say Mandy's here?
She is. I seen her in chat.
Oh, I couldn't see chat.
Yeah, I seen her in chat. Let's see.
She's still spinning her crazy. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Those cancer curing cigarettes aren't cheap.
Right.
Yes, I think the flute player is still suspect. Yep, I agree.
The flute player. Yeah.
You're a
If he goes
weirdo.
on the news and says, I play my flute at the moon every night.
I
Till
know.
dusk or something, whatever he said.
Yeah.
Why would he make a special flute song for summer? It's a little creepy.
It
It
is
is
very
creepy.
creepy.
Creepy. And you don't hear Dawn or Candace, like, which I know it's been 4 years, so it would be hard to keep an active search going, but you don't hear them ever say they're looking for her, or I mean, it's just they're just quiet. They don't say anything about her anymore.
No, they don't. They don't call to check if the law's got any question or anything found. They don't do anything. The
Mhm.
law? No, we haven't heard from them.
Mm.
And there's nothing. I mean, TBI nor the sheriff's department have done any new press conferences on her or anything. It's just like they've just gotten quiet.
It sure feels like they kind of know what's up, but they don't have the proofs of it. Why?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Because Don Wells said they wouldn't find the evidence.
And they have nothing to get them to tell them where the evidence is at.
No, they got a bubble of cult people around them. They got the Mullen, the Sandman, the bread lady, everything. You got
Yeah, Dawn, that blew my mind too. Ziggy marrying Fred.
yeah, we got YouTubers
I
marrying.
saw that one coming. I could see that one coming.
Well, yeah. That's gross.
That is gross.
She took 2 dogs home from the hill.
Oh That's a good one. They got, what'd you say? They got the dairy farm.
Oh, that crazy farm still going? I thought they 5150'd her by now.
Fruitiest bunch of Fruit Loops in Tennessee, in my opinion. I agree.
There's definitely a bunch of crazies here.
Don't forget the chicken bones.
But what?
Chicken bones.
Chicken bone.
The
Is that what they
bones.
dug up? The chicken bones?
I believe you're correct, Wonder and Adventure. I believe local jurisdictions know a lot more too.
Yeah.
I believe so. I believe they're covering up.
Mm-hmm.
I
I mean-
know for sure TBI suspect Don. Because they told me to keep that man talking as long as I was comfortable doing so.
Oh, I
Yeah.
bet.
So for sure Don was a suspect.
Mm-hmm.
Or is a suspect. I don't know. But in my opinion, he definitely was once upon a time.
They have to, I mean, you would have to put them as suspects at least for a little while, if not side-eyeing them the whole time, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because I just don't see her walking away up there. I mean, I know she's a country girl and she did, she was barefooted a lot. And I get that. But I just don't see, as little as she was, she would just take off down that by herself, down that hill by herself in all those trees. I just don't see that.
Well, if they thought that, why also would they have the boys go looking for Summer if there's a kidnapper nearby?
No joke. Why are
Yeah.
you going to send the kids down the hill and you're up on top watching them while they're traipsing through the woods to go look for their sister?
Yeah.
Yeah, that made no sense whatsoever.
No.
Mm-mm. What stood out the most to you about Summer's whole case? Panel and chat. What's the most memorable? That moved on me. What's the most memorable event, situation, or fact or rumor? Man, I feel like,
Ooh, I got a couple. Hold on.
oh, I hear puppy.
Yes, we rescued a dog today in our neighborhood.
Oh.
It's been hanging out at the local grocery store area, and people at the store got to where they were feeding it. They would buy food and feed it and snacks and stuff. Well, the pound was fixing to come pick them up. And my sister, she works at the school admin. My daughter does. And so she calls her brother and she's like, come get this dog. So he went and picked up the dog. We had it checked for a chip. And we're upstairs. I'm staying with my son right now. And the dog's downstairs and it's about to drive her insane. She wants to get down there.
Oh. Well, good for you rescuing a baby. I like that. I rescue babies too.
He's a little older. I think he's probably a couple years old. And he
Oh.
looks to be like Red Heeler and possibly a boxer mix.
Oh, okay.
Gorgeous dog. But he loves the other dogs. He loves the kids. He's scared of adults.
Oh.
So somebody has definitely hurt him.
Yeah.
But we'll take him outside. He'll stay around the house, but we have to pick him up and bring him back in the house.
Oh.
But I think he's going to make a really great dog. And she's so sad because I won't let her go down there.
Well, Sherry, you got some answers to Spirit Seekers' questions?
Oh, is that the something that stands out to us, rumor or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
I can do that one.
Okay, go ahead.
The most substantial thing that has always been for me in this case is the reason I still blame Candace. And that's her interview, her describing what happened. There was no sadness in her voice at all. She wasn't sad that Summer was gone. She was trying to act like it was just really confusing. And that whole 2-minute window, I don't believe any of that.
Yeah.
None of it's true.
Mm-hmm.
And if none of it's true, she had something to do with it.
There's something both you and I just discussed the other day too, that we both think is kind of big in this. When I think it was Mark, we were on the phone with him. I don't know if we were live, but I did record it. They said, how do you feel now? And then this was, Summer's still not found and all of the kids are gone. And they said, Candace said, I'm fucking awesome. Now we can grow together and love each other. And like, it was all about her and Dawn now.
Yep.
And she said that they're fucking awesome now. And then I remember Dawn saying that her dumbass was never supposed to have kids. He never wanted kids with Candace.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Remember that too. Yep.
Yeah. And then there's the, personal calls I've witnessed and conversations I've heard, like that whole day where there was the screaming going on. I had to leave the live, and
Yeah, I remember that.
so there's all that of shit. You did it now. Cher's getting you arrested. That sticks with me all the time
Mm-hmm.
because she didn't include herself in that. She said, "You done it now. I didn't even have to do anything. Cher did it for me."
Yeah. I
Yeah.
remember
So
that. Yeah.
That's fucked with me a lot because I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
And then there's the time where you guys got to witness, because I put him on live doing it, where he thought my dad had some kind of weird code with him and that my
He
dad
was
owed him advice.
infatuated with your
Yeah.
dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we know what my dad did time for.
Yes.
Yes.
So that was kind of weird to me, that he was so like, I need to talk to your dad. He's the only one that can help me now. I need advice from your dad. And then, yeah, acting like my dad owed him something weird. I don't know. So that still stays with me too, because mix that with what would you do to the people who hurt Summer? And he
Yeah.
told me that he believes he'll be the one in jail at the end of this, remember?
Yep.
And also said that whoever did whatever this summer, he didn't want to see them in jail. And that's either because it's someone he loves dearly, like his beautiful wife, or it's him because he's been to multiple prisons and he does not like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That stood out to I'm too honest for this also. What should happen to the person that did this?
Yep.
Yes.
And he says he believes that it will be him in prison when this is said and done.
He's just practically telling you that who's guilty, but without telling you.
Mm-hmm. I honestly think there was something to the day before that Dudley talked about with Dawn being so sad. I think Dawn knew it was coming. I think Dawn knew it was time. He had to hand her over or something.
He did say that. Yep.
Mm-hmm. In that picture, with him holding Summer, that was their last picture, and he knew it was going to be their last picture, and he cried, and yeah, I think he knew.
Mm-hmm.
I think he knew the next day was the day.
Dawn's prayer, like Mandy says, Dawn's prayer that she replayed the last live we did. Yeah, that does seem, looking back on it, like he.
Mm-hmm.
See, and that's a feeling I did kind of get at times with Dawn. Like maybe he really did have something he wants to get off his shoulders. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Dawn says she was never enrolled in school.
Well, I thought that too, but there was a teacher that came out, I can't remember, but it was on the news, and she said that Summer was enrolled. However, that school isn't even open anymore. So I
Oh,
always thought that was weird, and I wasn't sure we could honestly trust that, to be honest.
yeah. Yeah, Mandy did say that. When she was talking to me, she thought that everything was supposed to happen on Monday instead of Tuesday. We were just discussing that the other day.
Yeah. I think Don knew there was a timeline of some sort that he had to hand her over or whatever.
Well, I say that that would be no parent is going to say this is my last picture with my child. Why would you even?
Yeah, and I
Exactly.
had to pose for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And don't worry, I'll never tell what she really went missing in. All right, so you're telling us then we have been lied to from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I have always questioned since I heard that Candace was seen at the grocery or the little convenience store about 4:30 that day for yeah, about 4:45ish or something. And it was about a 30-minute drive to that little store. I always wondered if she was sent there and then when she came back, Summer was really gone.
Oh,
I've always wondered that.
I think Candace messed the Monday plans up somehow, and it was pushed till Tuesday. That could have happened too.
I
Hmm.
think I've always wondered. I just, and I don't know what it is. I mean, I can't say anything definite or for sure, but I've always felt like she was not to be trusted type. So we're going to send her off and then make things happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I think maybe she went to pick up drugs at the bathroom of the grocery or the little convenience store.
Well, she had her timeline down. She didn't miss a beat. When
Never did. Yeah.
people would ask her, she had it totally,
Yeah. She just, for
rehearsed.
her, that 2 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
she didn't think much of it. To us, who know what time it is and what we're doing, and we got things we have to do at a certain times, and that 2 minutes is nothing.
And that's when she went to help her mom with the.
She said she was gone no more than 2 minutes. Well, that's not time enough for a child to get taken.
Well, she's going to take her longer than that to walk over there and help her mom with the knee brace and walk back.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, that's.
I just always thought she should have thought this out. But then again, for them, she was estimating and guessing a time, so she just threw in 2 minutes. But it didn't make sense. It does not make sense. There's no way.
One
And
of the things that bothered me, and it was a weird thing, and I don't know if Cher remembers, but it always bothered me about the plants. And Cher's like, why does that bother you? And it's like, well, that time of year, you usually don't plant anything because it's too hot. It's too hot to plant anything. And then they showed the plants, and I was like, those aren't repotted. Those
no.
are not repotted.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I pot plants I like to grow things on and stuff. So, and I was like, those are not repotted plants. Those are just, they've been there a minute. So that was one of the things that bothered me.
Yeah. There's so much to this whole case that nothing makes sense.
It
None
doesn't.
of it.
It's a lot of stuff thrown in there to just totally muck the water.
I mean,
Andy says the weeds gave it away.
the weeds, yeah, definitely weeds gave it away. But you think about it. The day they're looking for Summer, on the first day, there's a picture of Candace sitting there, and there's an officer handing her a bottle of whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
Why would they do that?
So I have a theory on that,
Okay.
which is this, it's gonna, so in Quentin Simon's case, you guys know how they were found out at that bar and they were drinking. I'll say it over here because it's not being watched heavily over here, but
Yeah, I remember.
I will say that I know that the law told them to go out and do that. That wasn't allowed to be mentioned during trial, but they waited until sentencing and threw that to make them look bad because they were out partying and that, right?
Gotcha.
So did they want them out drinking because maybe more would come out?
Oh,
See,
yeah.
I wondered that because I thought, that's her go-to drink. That
Whistler.
was whiskey, and that was her
Because
drink.
Candace didn't want to talk. Remember, they threw her in the back of the cop
Yeah.
car. She didn't want to talk or whatever. So maybe, here, calm you down. And yeah, maybe a little what
It might have
sometimes is a truth serum, but
Well, they
not
should
for them.
have took her over there to the other place and got her some Skittles.
been. Right?
Since that was her
Yeah.
favorite.
That was the thing. Yep.
Yeah, that was her
That
thing.
twirling.
Mm.
What'd you say, Mark?
I said that and twirling.
Oh, okay. Twirling.
He
Yeah,
likes a twirl.
I know.
Yeah.
Didn't cracking cases or 423 Chase fixed Grandis brakes after Summer disappeared. I remember something about her truck.
I
They
think
were
that was
supposed to
Cam.
fix, and I always wondered if it was an accident or a cover up. That is Mia's question.
I think Cam went up there and worked on her car.
Okay.
At one point. I may be wrong, but I think he was talking about that.
I didn't realize her.
Here in Tennessee, emergency room do not give you knee braces. Your doctor has to have them fitted for you. I know because that's what they had to do for me.
Ah.
Well, that would make sense because not every knee brace is going to fit. So that would make sense.
Hey, Bo.
It's serum for
Hey,
alcoholics.
Bo.
That's true, Mandy. It isn't. You're right.
Yeah.
No, they can still lie with alcohol.
Yeah, because they're so used
Okay,
to
Dawn. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. I hope PT goes well tomorrow. Hello, Bo. They also dug new sewer line. Oh.
Wait, what? I didn't hear that.
They also, when did they do that, Mimi? Do you remember? Yeah, I would think they would have to measure your knees to get them fit. She said she was having trouble, but she didn't say, was she helping her put it on? She never did say, did she?
I think she said she was helping her mom put her knee brace on.
Okay.
Helped my mom with her knee brace, and then I went over here. Yeah.
when BK was up there, they replaced a sewer line.
I'm not sure about that. I wasn't told about that.
They might have kept it from everybody.
Okay.
Don said it was 423 Chase, and cracking cases said it was them who went to fix it.
Yeah, I know Benny was gung ho on wanting to get those phones turned over. I'm not sure he would help them put in a new sewer line.
Right? That's what I wondered. So do you think the Sean Williams is tied into this at all?
I think it's very, very possible.
Yeah.
I haven't studied that one enough to.
You don't have. Don and Candace are too dumb to get away with something like this. They're alcoholics, they're druggies.
Right.
I mean, it already would have been out, but we have this bubble of people around them. And I've always said, like, Don and Candace don't have shit, but, that property maybe.
Right.
But it's not Don and Candace why you have a bubble of people and a Tim Mullen and everyone doing that. So To me, it feels like there's other people than just the Wells that are trying to cover their own asses.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I agree with that. Totally.
But the boys seem to have well, do you think, Sheriff, because Summer was a girl and they were boys, the reason that they didn't?
We don't know what all happened to the boys. They
Right.
got taken. For all we know, maybe stuff did happen to them.
Yeah.
Right.
But Summer was at the perfect age for a lot of different things. She's 5-year-old girl, blonde hair, blue eyes. That's textbook.
Unfortunately. Yes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for her.
Yeah.
That to me screams trafficking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally.
I mean, I'm glad the boys were put in another home, taken and put in another. It's I'm just grateful that didn't happen to them. And why, I guess, doesn't matter. I'm just glad that it didn't. I'm flying around up there. You can see they were digging it. Oh.
Hmm. You're too dumb. Yeah.
Earl Taylor.
Yeah, I always wondered if he was connected in any way. They found him the day after,
Mm-hmm.
face down, and he lived not far from them down Beach Creek.
Oh, he lived close to them?
Yeah, down Beach Creek. And, it was a big scene, a drug scene, all of it. And then he was found the very next day, face down in the creek.
Hmm.
I mean, this is one of those that you could take any person in Hawkins County and create a whole scenario of what happened and connect them into Summer's case. Unfortunately.
Yeah. That area seems to have a lot of missing.
It's like the drugs, the RSOs that live in that area.
Oh yeah. Well, it's well over 12 just in a 5-mile radius.
Yes, it's horrible. And so you could take any one of those. And it's possible. Is the sad part.
Yeah.
There's no obvious because there's so many that could be connected.
There's Mandy.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Mandy.
Hi. I've been here listening and in the chat the whole live stream. I just have my hands have been busy taking care of my little grandbaby, and she's in there laying down now. So,
Man, this is a lot earlier than last night, ain't it?
Yeah, way earlier. It was so fun.
I'm too honest for this. I agree.
Oh, I do too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he covered up for his son, and could be part of it. Who knows?
Yeah. And that was early in after Summer had went missing. That came out pretty early after that, didn't it? Yeah.
Mm.
And I've always, for me, and not everybody probably feels this way, but Rose, Summer's aunt. See, if Cher remembers, I was studying Rose's case right before Summer went missing.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was going to we were going to cover Rose, and then Summer went missing. And when I was looking up information on Rose, she had 2 of the boys, Don and Candace's boys, for like a year. She kept them. She was taking care of them while Don and Candace were like whatever they were doing. I don't know what they were doing. And she had wanted to adopt them. She was going to get custody of them. And then she went missing.
Wow. I looked into her case. I always felt like her husband did something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like, they're connected for one thing is just because I feel like they both, just the family in general, they're connected by the family, but the abuse is there, and Candace was jealous of her also. She was very jealous of Rose.
Yeah.
So I kind of still have that feeling that there's some connection there somewhere. But she's been missing a long time.
She really has.
I think it's 90 something. She went missing. Look it up and see.
I had looked into Rose's case a little bit too, but not until after summer, of course, And I don't know that I felt that her husband was involved. I feel like it was set up by somebody else.
Yeah.
You think
Yeah.
Yeah. She went missing in 2009.
Remember, Don and Candace can't say exactly where they were that time, too.
Exactly.
They were in between
Yeah.
states. So,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
and watch it. Your mom's over there listening.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. She went missing August 21st, 2009.
Yeah, the sister that was going to adopt your kids, right? That same sister.
Mm-hmm.
Were the
That's really-
boys with her at that time?
There was two of them.
Was
I
with
think
her
it was
when she went
Candace's
missing?
first kids.
Yeah. I don't know which one it was, but I know there was two boys that she had that she was
my
keeping.
goodness.
Well, if it
No.
was two boys, and Candace had the boy and
It was
then the girl,
Yeah, a boy and a girl.
Mm-hmm.
and she didn't have when
Let me look at
Rose went missing. They only had their oldest boy, she and Don.
Right.
Maybe it was a boy and a girl.
Yeah, I think it might have been Candace's first set of kids. That
Because she
Wow.
had so many.
I don't know. I'm not sure now, but yeah.
And didn't Rose have two girls of her own?
I know she had a couple. I don't know if they were both girls or not. I don't remember.
They were little too. They were.
Yeah. They were young.
And didn't she write a child's book or something, or do illustrations for it or something?
Ooh,
Rose.
I didn't hear that. I don't think. I don't
Mhm.
remember them.
I could just be delusional. I'm not making any promises, okay?
Eve said, what I
Rose.
heard about Rose's case, she got with the wrong people. I don't know just what I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, her car was found 30 miles from her home in a parking lot, like where truck drivers park their trucks, that kind of parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wondering Heart said, rumor of Marlena trying to adopt the last boy, and Grandis was supposed to adopt Summer.
Oh.
I heard about Marlena was wanting to adopt the little boy, the youngest. Him and Summer were real close.
Hmm.
I did not know that.
I just think it's wild. How do you have 8, possibly 9 or 10 children, 7, 8? I mean, the Brady Bunch plus, and
Yeah.
lose every single one of them. Like between two people,
Yeah.
Yes.
neither one of them could get their stuff together long enough to be able to provide for their children correctly, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sad.
Yeah.
Those poor kids. Now, I have heard that the boys are doing amazing,
That's good.
Right.
and
Yeah.
they did not want to come back.
Nope.
I did hear that too. I did hear
They
that.
didn't even want to talk to him, right?
Mm-mm. They were
Right.
playing. They're playing football and basketball, and grades were like really super good. They're doing really good.
And they don't know. I mean, do they? They don't get to see him at all, do they?
No.
No, they
Good.
have all rights taken.
Okay.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
No,
And matter of fact,
Tammy, the
the
state
parents
stole them.
state told them.
Gosh.
The foster parents even moved when Candace found out where they were living. They moved. They packed up and moved.
Wow.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they said
Goodness.
Summer went missing. Summer was abducted, and their kids got stolen. That's what they said.
Yeah,
That's
never
right.
them. They can never be to blame for nothing.
No.
Right.
No.
Even though in the very, very, very beginning, I will never forget when Jay for Justice called Dawn right after the boys were taken, and she asked him about the rumor of where the boys taken, and he said, "Yeah, it's true." And she was like, "Oh, well, what happened? Are they okay? Is everything all right?" And he was like, "Yeah," and he told that story that somebody told him that they called law enforcement and said that Dawn knew where Summer was, and he believed that somebody called law enforcement and told them that, and so he got drunk and belligerent, and that's when CPS came and took the boys.
What?
I've heard him say that he called CPS and said, "Please come get them for their safety because we're scared for them."
Yeah, he did try
Yeah, no.
that.
Lord.
I have
Okay. Now.
I made a video out of that clip when I clipped it and made a video for it, and I'll try to pull it up here if my computer will let me.
Do we know where Grandis is at all?
That was going to be my question. I was going to ask that.
I wonder.
Because she left, right? And then supposedly came back and then left again, I think.
Mm-hmm. She came back for a little bit and then she was gone.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, I do not understand how they're going to let her take off with her camper and a child's missing from.
She took her camper?
Yeah, when she left the very first time, 2 weeks in, she hitched up that camper and took off. She was supposed to go help her sister with her husband that was having surgery.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but I would hope that TBI or someone would have
Surely they looked
looked
at her
through
very.
them, but I mean, I don't know anymore.
Yeah, I don't know.
She did go and take care of her sister,
Mhm.
according to the messages that she had with Emma from Crime Stories Obsessed.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I know that she's a liar. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And
Yeah.
Grandis got on the phone and wanted me to go against Emma and call Emma a liar.
Yeah,
So,
I remember that.
Grandis is a liar.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they know how to tell the truth. They've lied their way out of every situation, probably their whole entire lives.
Yeah.
It's never their fault. That's just the people they are.
Yep.
They're lifelong criminals.
Mhm.
Like they're not intelligent people, but they're street smart people.
Yes.
So
Very
they know
street
how to
smart.
manipulate, they know how to twist things, they know how to play innocent, they know how to get sympathy and empathy, even though they're not feeling those feelings. People still sympathize or empathize with them,
Mhm.
And they don't even have those feelings because they've built that wall up that they only care about themselves, in my opinion.
I agree. Totally.
I don't think they even care about each other,
Well, yeah, I agree with
I
that
don't
too.
think they know how to care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I think this is the way I've always felt. I think Candace loved her kids as much as she knew how to love, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she thought she was doing good by them. But for us as parents, she wasn't even close,
Mm-mm.
you know. But for her and her mindset, you know, she loved her kids. She's taking care of them. She's going and doing things with them all the time, you know, but she wasn't taking good care of them.
And after, didn't they have, well, I know they did, but I can't remember how long it was that they had their house redone on the inside. Didn't they
Well,
after Summer went missing?
yeah, they had to get it all nice and cleaned up before going on Dr. Phil. The church helped with that. The bread lady and a bunch of other people. Yeah.
And that's the time when they should have been, TBI should have been in there doing stuff, but it's probably too late by then.
Oh my goodness. I just went sorry. I am so dumb when it comes to computers, like completely. And I I have two screens. I have my laptop screen and then I have an additional screen. And I have two different windows pulled up. Well, I went to share because I was going to share this video where I clipped that phone call. And it had this whole list of Chrome tabs that I had open. And I was like, no, I have 3. That's it. 3. And so I was like, where are all these others coming from? I had a whole nother window open that was minimized that had 8 tabs open on it.
What?
Laptop was running so smooth, or not so smooth, because all those tabs were open and I didn't even realize it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Tammy, if you look backstage, I am sharing a video.
Uh-huh.
Now, this is the phone call that I got it right to the part where Jay is calling Dawn to ask him about the boys. This is his first statement, okay? His first statement of what happened. Make sure it's all the way up. Let's keep going.
So sorry. Right now, with everybody attacking us and all this stuff going on, right now, it's probably better for them.
Was it for their safety? Like from that?
No, there's more to it than that. But
No, there's more to it than that. What?
Right.
Do tell, Dawn. Do tell.
Is it more in the case with what's
these cops and everything.
Are you there?
Things and everywhere we go, they take pictures of us, and it's on and on and on. It's just never ending.
We asked Bud.
Okay, sorry, there was a commercial there. I had to stop YouTube. So where we cut off, Dawn cut out, and you couldn't hear the phone call. It's not anything that I know, and it cut out. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's what we just heard. So we're going to listen to why he thinks that the boys were removed.
Yeah, were people still coming to the house? You cut out for a second there.
Well, yeah, we had the cops come up there the other day. I wanted Candace to do another lie test, but I told her unless it's TBI, don't do it because they're just trying to hem you in on something.
Is this the sheriff that wants her to do it?
I don't know for sure, but
wow.
I mean, I'll cooperate fully with TBI.
Okay, so right there we just heard they went at least, but we've heard from she went in and was thrown it, according to Dawn, dollars and taken for what's your opinion?
You guys thought about getting an attorney?
Yeah, we have an attorney.
Oh, okay.
They have
their attorney was Tim Mullen, by the way. He never had an attorney. It was always Tim Mullen.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Dead serious, I promise, on my life. Yep.
Yeah.
I did not know that. I thought that they had some kind of like representation for court or something, you know?
No,
like
I was the one who got him set up with a 5-star, a whole team of attorneys. They were going to do it pro bono because they would make a name for themselves. I had it all set up, but he missed his appointment. He was no call, no show. And so then Dawn called me and he straight up told me, he goes, well, my attorney person, Tim. And that's how I knew that's how I got introduced that there was a Tim Mullen in the picture. Yep.
Well, that's interesting.
Hmm.
All right. Okay, we're almost done here, I think. This Mandy chick on this video, she talks a bunch. She's a bachelor, so I have to skip through when she starts talking so we can just get back to the phone
Mandy.
call. They have an attorney. They're have an attorney. Going.
Like, what does he think she should do?
What's that?
Does he think she should do it or no? Like, he should be giving you guys advice. You know?
I haven't talked to him about that.
Oh.
I wouldn't do it unless it's, like I told her, unless it's TBI. I'm willing to work with them. They're more of a professional. I'm not going to go with some county trying to nail us for something we ain't done. I
Right.
ain't even going to talk to them.
To Dawn, I think the thing with the TBI, my next thought has polygraph, right, is now something ending the sees, but they all understand.
No, I'll tell them that at all. I mean, I'll let them know. Or whatever, but it's just,
They don't want you to do one, though, just her.
No, yeah, just her. You know.
Yeah, everybody's really pointing fingers at her. They really are.
Yeah, and they're all dead wrong.
And you know that
That's the
Hunter's
way
mother,
Chris
Allie,
Proud
and
put
her
it on.
son,
Yeah.
he's
Share. Yep.
Chris Proud put it
Do
on.
what?
He said, "I was away at work. I don't need to do I don't need to do a lie detector."
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Lots of the same red flags in there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Scary.
interviews. They came out there.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy came and saw you guys, didn't he? Chris or whatever.
I have no idea.
Did he come to your house? Chris McDonough.
Not
The,
that I know of. I don't know.
Oh.
there's so
Now, I do want a live. That's something. You can say or watch the driver, but part question is more things
Andy.
and making people saying it that Jay wish so being opposite to let's been saying us more. I do. Okay.
and I just want to get it from you.
It's just crazy. I mean, she's at the end of her ropes. You know, she ain't got a friend one hardly except for in church. We have a few friends, and even they question stuff. That's just ridiculous.
So you feel like everybody's turning on her.
There it is again.
Okay, I guess I was wrong. I guess I didn't get rid of all the bottom popping up. Okay, here.
Because I've heard
Yeah.
the one lady that sat down with Allie, what was her name? Missy or Misty?
Yeah,
He's-
it's just
She didn't say anything bad about you. She was
Yeah.
going for Candace.
Yeah, and I don't see why. They don't have. Thing of it is, they don't. They're just grasping for straws, man. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what the TBI knows. They don't anything, nothing.
Right.
The TBI don't believe she had anything to do with it. You know, why would this? I mean, like, you know, a lot of parents do this crazy stuff to their kids. But Candace is not one. She loves Summer with all her heart, and it's ripping her apart.
So yeah, with that, I want to ask, like,
He
people are
didn't
saying
say he
that
wasn't one of them.
jealous of
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Candace isn't one of them, but not him.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yep, good point. And this is from July 24th. So it was right at a month after Summer's disappearance that the boys were taken.
5 days before he started talking to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
June 29th.
I remember the first message that you sent to him and you were like, "Where's Summer? What'd you do with her?"
Yeah. And he responded to that.
Uh-huh.
Summer because of
No.
your relationship with Summer.
Oh, that's all BS.
You never felt
That's
like she was jealous of her and the attention you
Why
gave
would
her?
she be?
Well, I don't think she should be. I mean, that's a totally different kind of
Oh.
relationship.
Her daughter's love with her dad. That's ridiculous.
Right. You would be grateful that your husband loves you.
Yeah, she was grateful.
Yeah.
She wasn't crazy, yeah, but she was never jealous of that. That's my daughter. What is it to be jealous of? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I totally agree. I think it's bizarre.
Okay, after he was making what he's at work. She will shit. Not my he was at work. She would turn into it. If he would okay. When he yes, you it's not who so it's I'm just trying to look at course. So I'm gonna back up his look at it as friends come out of the that's coming out of the woodwork now, talking. See, I told you she's a babbler.
This is
And
just
it
crazy.
goes on and on and on. And the only relief that we have is when we open our Bible and read a little bit about God's love, because that's
Oh,
They're all nuts.
Okay.
Candace and Dawn are the only two that are sane. Okay, now when somebody says something like that throws up red flags all over the place.
And that's still true today.
You can
No, she's not
question
skipping.
them too. If
It's still true.
out of place before. I've
Do what?
They said, Mandy, you're skipping. No, she's
Oh.
fast forwarding through a video.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It's my old video that I made, and so that's the old Mandy in the past talking, and I'm skipping through.
That'd be
Trying to
messed
just
up.
get to
We
the
could
phone
live put Mandy on a loop.
She said she was being funny. I think she.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she knew.
Oh. I can, well,
Been in it.
let's see.
Myself
To be the situation, I can fully understand. I'm sure that there are people out there that I'll mute it until I hit play again. I mean, it's interesting to go back and listen to this again, knowing what we know now, you know?
Yeah. Well, he says that
Okay.
Candace shouldn't have been jealous because he was her dad, but he shouldn't have been taking showers with her either.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Or sleeping without
Sleeping
clothes.
naked with her? Yeah.
Yeah.
While Candace is passed out upstairs? Yeah.
Yeah, he shouldn't have been doing all that either.
And he can claim he never said that, but don't forget I have it documented.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And I have it in the clip where he was talking to Molly Golightly saying that he showered with them.
Mm-hmm.
All of them. All of the kids, all three boys and Summer and himself in the shower. Completely nude.
Disgusting.
Can you imagine little Summer in there with all these taller males?
Yeah.
How inappropriate. I just, it makes me so mad.
Yeah.
To call you today. I don't know if that's inappropriate because I know it's your Sabbath. I wasn't calling to bother you, but I was thinking about you, and I knew that.
To do good on the Sabbath.
Yeah, and I just was thinking about you, and I wanted to check in and let you know that somebody was thinking about you, and just to see how you guys are holding up, because these interviews that I've seen.
Satan's trying to tear our world apart, and he's had a high degree of success, but we're trying not to allow him to tear us apart any more than he already has.
That's all you can do.
Yeah, I mean, they come at me and said I had somebody, they deposed, said they had an inside scoop with TBI, and that they knew that I sold my daughter for drugs. And I flipped out.
Okay, so right here it is. I'm going to go back again because this is the part. This is where he says why the boys were taken. Not because he gave them away. Not because they were kidnapped. But this is why.
Success, but we're trying not to allow him to tear us apart any more than he already has.
That's all you can do.
Yeah, I mean, they come at me and said I had somebody, they deposed and said they had an inside scoop with TBI, and that they knew that I sold my daughter for drugs. And I flipped out. I flipped out. I believed that stuff. I believed it. And I flipped out. I started drinking and everything else. That's why it is.
Why would he flip out? That is insane.
Right.
I mean,
because
he should know. Did he sell his daughter for drugs? Or did he flip out because he's worried they figured it out?
And then he said that they made me believe that. Well, how would they make you believe something you didn't do?
Exactly.
Yep. See,
sense.
that's July 24th.
I think she was part of a drug debt.
A lot of people do.
I've started thinking that more and more lately.
He would know then that something was going to happen to her.
Exactly.
Just like he says.
Yeah, all those little things.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Mimi Jean, the truth makes him mad.
So true.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jay starts talking as he says, and that's why they took our boys. So I rewound 15 seconds, I think, just to play that one part again.
That's
all you can do.
Yeah, I mean, they come at me and said I had somebody, they deposed and said they had an inside scoop with TBI, and that they knew that I sold my daughter for drugs. I flipped out. I believed that stuff. I believed it. Then I flipped out. I started drinking and everything else. That's why I took our kids.
Oh, no.
There you go. That's why they took our boys.
It sounds like somebody else that gets mad when you say the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Somebody else that
You get a little too close and he gets real pissed off.
yep.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's all I wanted to share that video. If any,
I'll remove it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'll stop sharing.
Stop sharing. Never stop sharing.
And I have the video too of where he said he showered with the kids. And if you guys want to hear that refresher,
Ugh, I remember that. Yuck.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, there's just so many things that, like I said earlier, the prayer that he did at church where he was asking for forgiveness and wanting to carry how do you say it? Bear his own cross.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The whole entire 28 seconds that he was up there was all about him. And then the last 2 seconds were about Summer.
Yeah.
Well, anytime they do anything, like me and Cher was talking, they mention the boys, missing them, but never Summer.
Right.
Yeah. He just did it again the other day. Mentioned all 3 of the boys, but didn't mention Summer.
Didn't mention missing her.
And that's Tim Mullen on the Find Summer site. So Tim Mullen clearly knows something.
Mm-hmm. And when was the last time they even put anything on Summer's site?
I don't even go look at that.
Yeah.
I don't either until certain things get sent to me, and then I'll go browse over there. But
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, they never talk about her or put anything out about her. YouTubers are the one that keeps her out there, keeps talking about her and putting her out there.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very sad.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly believe that if YouTube wouldn't have got involved, she would have slowly faded off within the first couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Tim Mullen even said he picked social media because it was the smaller fires to put out. He made sure that this didn't go national because it would be bigger fires.
Yep.
He likes fires, painted fires, small fires, big fires.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
He also likes floaties in the pool.
Oh.
Just saying.
Oh,
That's another red flag, I think, that, similarities, that if YouTube wasn't keeping a case alive,
exactly,
it wouldn't be.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yep.
When the parents go silent, who's the child's voice?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I heard someone say, talking about Sebastian, that, Katie had put some shoes and a blanket out on the front porch for him when she left.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, why didn't you sleep your ass out there?
Exactly.
I would have been.
Well, he knew the combination, so he wouldn't even need that.
Yeah, exactly.
Wouldn't he be just?
It's just all for show, just like Don and Candace.
Yeah.
I covered another case. Desiree Thompson was the victim, and her mom is Cherie Smith. Desiree was reported missing. Let's see, it would have been 2010, I think, or 2011, somewhere early, but when the Cal City boys were reported missing, Cherie came out and she didn't overstep the boys' case, but she joined in on the boys' case because her daughter was still missing. And so she came out and she was like, they're all from the same area. This the police department is horrible. There's only 13 sworn officers in this area. We need more. My daughter's been missing. And so she was not only a voice for her daughter, her grown adult daughter who had children of her own, but she also became a voice for the Cal City boys. And it had been over or almost 10 years since her daughter had vanished. And Cherie had just had major back surgery when Desiree vanished. And Cherie took in all of the kids herself. I think Desiree had 3 or 4, and the youngest was a girl. And she had a lot of issues because she saw a lot of stuff that was going on with her mom. And her mom's husband was not nice. And so there was a lot of DV in their relationship. And so Cherie thought that her estranged husband was responsible for Desiree's disappearance. And I actually, if you're a believer, I did a spirit box session at Cherie's request, and in there it said Edward, which was Desiree's estranged husband's name. It said that a few different times, and so I interpreted it as, they're saying he's responsible, but then it also said stuff about how she was taken away, how she was taken off the earth, and then it said the back porch, that she was kicked off of the back porch, and that, just certain things like that. Well, right before the 10-year anniversary, I think it was right before, or maybe right after, but I'm pretty sure it was right before, somebody and said that he knew where Desiree was and he knew what happened to her and who did it. He told law enforcement everything. So law enforcement went to the person who he accused, and the guy was telling the truth. It wasn't her estranged husband who did it. It was some random guy that she met when she walked to the gas station. And on her way back, she ran into him. Somehow he got her to go to his house, which was blocks away from hers. And he killed her in the kitchen and buried her in the backyard.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
And that's where she was found, in the backyard. So a lot of the things that were said on the spirit box session were actually true. It was just we had the wrong person. And then when I went back and listened, Spirit did say, whoever it was, I can't remember the guy's name right now, but I kept popping the word up on this, or the name up on the screen, because I was like, who is this? And then come to find out it was the guy's last name.
Oh.
Yeah. But she was such a good voice. That was my whole point of that, was she was a good voice for her child, even though she was a grown adult, and she never lost hope. Never. Almost 10 years, and she never lost the hope.
That's like Brandy Vaughn, Little Monkey Vaughn's mom.
Yeah.
She was in the Summers case. She was a voice for Summer.
Yeah. She knew how many days Summer had been missing when Dawn didn't have a clue.
Exactly. She was right there.
I remember that.
Yeah. I just pray that they can find that little boy before she gets too bad.
Yes.
I like the way Brandy worded it. She said that she was on Hidden True Crime, and she did an interview with them. And she said that she had a few family members and a few law enforcement officers that had said that if she was not able to keep her promise to Monkey before her days end, that they were going to uphold that promise like it was their own.
Oh,
bless her heart.
And I lost it as soon as she was. I was just like, I can't imagine. Her strength is just.
Yeah.
That's a mother who did not do anything to her child and truly misses her child.
Oh, yeah. And she didn't, it's like, well, Katie's not talking because Candace isn't talking because people are so mean to her. People were brutally rude and mean to Brandy.
Exactly.
And she hasn't stopped talking.
That's right. Yep. And I think at one time she even made the comment, if you want to talk about me, keep talking about me. It keeps my son's name out there.
Yeah.
Right. And I think Seth said something very similar, didn't he?
Very, very much the same. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
that the shed you're talking about, that I guess it's the one that was at the bottom of the hill there. I've always thought that was the first place they put Summer, and then she was moved from there.
Yeah, I think so too.
The red shed. I think it's red. Is it red? I think it is.
No.
Whatever
Is
that
it like blue or green or something?
I think it's just brown.
I can't remember. Maybe it was supposed to be red. But whatever color that shed is down at the bottom of that hill, that I've always felt like she was moved from there.
Yeah, I agree.
Put there and then moved. Yeah. Katie ain't talking because she will blab it all. Yep.
Yep.
She's high in martial art, and that takes a lot. She's tough, but she's playing this. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard she's not the, how did they describe her? Wilting flower that she.
Yeah.
I think that's what they said.
Drinking violet.
But at the same time, I could see Chris Proudfoot playing mind games with her.
I can too. Yeah.
And manipulate.
Yeah. I think that's a big possibility.
Yeah. And that can wear you down just as much as, physical abuse.
Oh, yeah.
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 And if you're getting both, then.
And I think he's always used Sebastian to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I know a lot of people think Katie did something and Chris is backing her, but I disagree. Chris would sell her so fast.
Yep.
Yep.
But not if Katie had something to hold over his head.
I agree.
I still think it's just like the Wells. There's something they have on each other.
Yeah.
So they aren't turning on each other.
Yeah. Yeah. I have always thought from the beginning that he was there and wasn't supposed to be.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
And isn't that crazy? It's the same with both cases.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Dawn wasn't supposed to be there.
Yeah.
And okay, so earlier in chat, you guys were talking about Dawn, and I had said, he said that I will never forget this. He was at work and he was on video chat. No, wait. Okay, maybe I will. I'm confusing two different ones. He was at work at on video chat with Sharon Mark, and he had shown his little white truck sitting outside. And then there was the other video where he drove the Subaru down to the shed and down in the, down in the ditch or whatever. And you guys asked him why he drove the Subaru. And he said his first answer was because it's easier to see the Subaru. And then he said the little truck wouldn't have gotten down in that grassy area in the field or whatever down by the shed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But he said it's easier to see, or you're not going to miss it, or something like that. Like, it's flashy and red, so you're going to remember it more than likely over the little white S10, junky truck or something. That was what my impression was. And so I was like, okay, so he intentionally drove the Subaru that day. One, I think, because then that way Candace couldn't drive it, or she would have an excuse to drive a different vehicle that didn't have a black box on it, didn't have a GPS, Starlink, or, whatever on it.
Yeah, like the truck he drove up on Brian Eaton on whatever news channel, Brian Eaton, he drove down in the blue truck. The blue SUV.
Yeah.
Or not the SUV, the blue, whatever that is. He drove down in that, and we all thought that wasn't even a running vehicle.
Right. I didn't realize
Yeah,
that.
he drove that up on Brian Eaton.
Yeah, I was surprised. I didn't think
in the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that interview.
Yeah.
But it just always stood out to me, like there's so many reasons why. And then he finally admitted when he was on Josh's panel talking to Josh and Chris that he didn't drive the Subaru on Tuesday. He drove it Monday.
Yeah. I've heard both. I've heard him say both ways. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And the
The video where he leaves the shed, he drives around there and he leaves and he goes down Beach Creek, and that was the weirdest commentating I've ever heard in my life. What was the purpose of that? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it was a video he did for a share.
Yeah. What was
like showing the area.
I asked him to send me footage of him retracing his steps from June 15th.
So
What
that's
he
the
did-
way he would have came home.
Yeah, and that's what he sent me.
Okay.
And he's talking and narrating.
Yeah. Okay. I always
And that's when he
wondered
kept
about
saying, "We turned here," and everyone thinks "we" is him and Canvas, but it's my belief it's him and Tim.
Gotcha.
Wondering Heart, you talking about down in the for summer? Is that what you're talking about down in the basement, or what I call it a dungeon? Is that what you're talking about?
If you want to pull it up, it's under Don Wells retraces steps. It's a normal title.
Normal title.
Yay!
It is what it is.
Sarah was having an off day.
Yeah.
Right?
Hi, LEC. Sure was
Be
having
in
an
the
off day.
Yeah.
She had a
Okay,
normal
I'll pull it
title.
up here.
Yeah, I don't know how to do
Don Wells
it.
retraces.
Yeah, retraces his steps.
Okay.
I should re-upload it without all the commentary on it when we were making fun of Chris McDonough, because that's just what made Don want to talk.
Yeah, yeah.
Throwing I hate Chris McDonough. He's your best friend.
My laptop is still being slow. Maybe I need to restart it. I think it's too full. I need to clean all the junk out of it. Come on.
Hi, Ellie.
Thank everybody for coming tonight. My first live. I thank all my panel guests for being here. I appreciate y'all.
Thank you for having
I
us.
wouldn't miss it. Yeah.
Yay.
We're going to have to do part 2, decide when we're going to do part 2.
I'm so excited that you did it.
Yeah.
I was close and thinking, oh, maybe I'll just change it to another night. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to. Okay, I see it. Hold on. I'll bring it up for you.
All right.
There we go.
Okay. Full screen. Do you want me to? Yeah, we'll play his talking here. Okay. There's a little shed that he was hiding in, allegedly.
I think he was in the camper myself.
Your words on the screen cracked me up. I could tell the sarcasm was so thick.
Okay, good.
Don's hideout.
Those laughy faces. Good Lord, how are you going to hide in that thing?
Okay, I'm going to shoot the bottom of the dog trail where it comes out
onto Ben Hill Road. I don't know why, but anyway, this creek is down here. You can see the water through there, goes out through there. The ridge, let's see. But anyways, it's right here. It starts and goes.
Elsie has a question for you, Cher.
Yep, and that's perfectly fine. Yep.
Oh, what is
Just
question?
you see it?
Not all the case. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
And then I want to know, everybody in chat right now, have you guys ever seen this video? And then I'll play until she pops her question up there. And she said, "Congratulations, Tammy."
Thank you, LEC.
By Mia's.
But you got to get up. Yeah, I get it. Yes, ma'am, I get it. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And get rest. Don't fall asleep at work. That would suck.
Right? The sweetest dreams. You haven't seen it, TJ? Okay, cool. A lot of people did, Mimi. She said she used to get so mad at Cher because she thought she was on Don's side.
Yeah, I don't
I think she was.
You were doing a good job then, Cher.
Yeah.
There was definitely a lot of flipping and a lot of
This is true. Yes.
thing that I respect about Cher, she was always real. You know, she was always open and honest about it with everyone, including Dawn and Candace. You know, like, I don't believe you. I think you're lying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, you know, like,
Yes,
it didn't
she
matter. All right, we'll play a little bit more here while she's typing.
Up along the side of the ridge, goes up to the top, almost to our back door.
And that's right, Eve.
Okay, so my way home to the bottom of our property. So up here where this house is on the left is our road. Past it, straight. It's all our property here to the left. All this, our house is up there on top. So all this is our property. So I turn straight away.
I turn.
Right? And we'll pause it right here. The shed is blue. And Elsie has the comment or the question.
Remember the community post about CP in Cali, and you were going to go live about it, but you never did. Will you still go live about it? Yes.
And Mimi said, sorry. She apologized
Wait,
for
CP.
getting so mad at you.
Are we talking about Chris Proudfoot
Probably.
and the Cali connections?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. There'll be a time. Just not yet.
Not yet. That means it's extra juicy and she needs more details.
Well, it's one of the things where, yeah, I need more details and I need to find the exact clips to kind of tie everything. Yeah, it's a long, dark hole.
You fall in those long, dark holes often, Cher.
Well, Dawn talks about, Stockton, California quite a bit. California's come up with the Proudfoot, so we're about in California where they at before. And Don saying he's been around, kidnapped and young kids kidnapped and on coke before in that area. And then, yeah, there's definitely ties to surrounding areas with Chris Proudfoot as well. But I want to say I think that Sebastian's in some kind of establishment that troubled teens and stuff with people with disabilities are easily hid in, if that makes sense. It's like a child prison. So I do think that they went that route. I'll say that, but there's ties, and yes, I do want to talk about it, but I don't want to be one of the people on the sued things. So I'm just waiting. I don't know what they're gonna sue me for, but
Mimi Jean clarified it. We were all wrong. The shed's gray.
Okay, good. I'm glad somebody verified it.
On my screen, it looks blue. Oh, I mean, we can still call it red, okay?
Call it red.
It's the red shed at the bottom of the hill. Oh, my goodness. All right. Oh, TJ used to live in Stockton.
Little Miss Sharon's appreciate from Australia. Nice. What time is it there?
right.
Early, it would be.
I know.
Little Miss Sharon is from the future.
It's okay.
Right.
All right.
Yeah. It should be early in the day for her on Thursday, I think.
Yes, absolutely. You can ask. That's why we have panels, and feel free anytime to ask anybody on the panel any question. I don't mind at all.
Okay, it's early afternoon, 3:18 p.m.
Oh.
She is definitely in the future.
Holy cow! Yeah.
She's fixing to have supper in about a couple hours.
Right?
On the 9th, I'm having a former undercover Toronto detective on, who I've gone to in Summer's case and to get like help and advice on keeping Don Wells talking in that.
I want to watch that for
He's
sure.
going to be 13 hours in the future, so we'll be like 8:30 p.m. and it's going to be like 9 a.m. for him. It's going to be weird.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, that'll be interesting, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that one.
And Mimi said it's 9:18 in Alberta. So 9:18 a.m. I'm assuming.
No. PM. Alberta's not that far ahead. Or that'd be PM.
Alberta's behind that.
Yeah, an hour, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 9 p.m.
Oh,
not
okay.
9 p.m.
Okay, I was thinking a different place.
Thank you, Eve. I was worried about it, but I knew the panel guest I had would help lead me the right way. So I was like,
So this is a pretty good first stream.
Yeah.
It really is.
Just gonna love it when chat is so awesome. It helps.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep, 9:18 p.m. Okay, I am not smarter than a 5th grader. Don't ask me where I thought Alberta was for a minute, okay? Gosh. Let's get back to Dawn here.
LEC.
Yeah. Well, if we're going by that, I'm in England or whatever.
Share, shut up.
LEC, it's the IE. It's TAMMIE. But I mean, it's fine. Either's fine.
I love when I got Don like so mad he started screaming. The last live stream I did with Don so far, he was like, "Okay, I was home. I was home." He was so mad at me.
But that's what it took.
He was screaming it. I had to wonder, like, that probably felt good for him to get off his chest.
Sherry, you're gonna like TJ's
Right.
comment. You're gonna like TJ's comment.
TJ's comment.
You can pin it.
Yes. Right? I agree.
Good job.
Tammy is doing great. I
Mhm.
love it.
Let's see. Let me put little Sharon's up there. It was an interview with Candace and Donna, so when I found YouTube. I thought, what the?
Wait, what?
That's what we all thought.
Was the interview with Candace and Dawn I saw when I found YouTube? Oh, when she was wearing her like week old tank top that she turned inside out so it was fresh. Because Dawn's still waiting on that load of laundry.
Yeah.
Only a week? I thought it was way older than that. I thought that time it had been worn.
That's
Or
the
at
one
least a
where he
week.
tells her mom's listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch out, your mom's listening.
Yep. That's that interview. Yep.
And backwards. And Mimi, those were my favorite ones too. When Cher told Dawn about himself, man, those are some of my favorites. I was in the bushes saying, "Yeah, Cher," because I was blocked on Cher's channel for the longest time. They had to make me a mod to be able to see me in chat. I remember, like YouTube did not want me in your chat for a reason.
Right?
It was backward, wasn't it? It was inside out and backwards.
It was inside out and backwards.
Crazy. All right, you want me to hit play?
Yep. Go ahead.
And I have it turned down a little bit. I can turn it down a little bit more so we can still hear him, but we can still talk while when he's not talking.
Chris Watsky's brown.
Straight. Our house is up there. I go straight down here. To the creek here. I went down this hill right here. I seen my boys straight away over there. All three of them were together. And I looked over.
Okay, he's seen his boys straight away because he was fucking home. But or are we to believe the boys wandering around when their sister just got took for like it would have taken Dawn 45 minutes or something, at least a half an hour to get from wherever Jonesboro home. So they were wandering around that hill for at least 30 minutes, 45 minutes.
Yep. That's what I was saying earlier. I'm like, there just ain't no way.
No.
Why would
Not
you
if
want
he
them
was
wandering
taking a
around?
stranger.
Right.
Tammy, I have to tell you something.
Uh-oh.
My granddaughter is listening to that song again, and they're rocking in the chair right now because she's still awake. But she's listening to the song. I don't know the name of the song. What is it? Don't worry about a thing, because every little thing is going to be all right.
Yep.
She loves that song. And she listens to it like 4 or 5 times a day. And she sits there and rocks on beat to the song. And she'll be...
Is it the Whalers? Bob Marley and the Whalers?
Eve, I met Cher right before the Watts case. And that's how long I've known Cher.
Yeah, you were Rhonda Glover days.
Yeah.
Damn.
I think I've known Eve that long too. I'm pretty sure. I think.
I'm so OG, I taught Cher how to live stream.
Yeah, that's true. I was like, I need 1,000 subs. She says, no, you don't.
No, you don't. Come here. Let me talk to you.
This is cute. Look at this comment. I just went to her husband's.
Yep.
Wait, by me?
Yeah.
It happened. It happened.
Yeah, I did a lot of blocking.
That's funny. Y'all are awesome in chat. Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna hit play again, and I'm gonna I'm gonna mute and run to the bathroom, but the volume's down, like I said, so you guys can still talk here.
To my left over this way, and I see her over there. And that's when I knew something was very, very wrong. And then, so I hollered several times, screamed for Summer. No, of course, no reply. And old, hunting blind there. You see where the tree service. I'm gonna get out. Anyway, you can see where the tree service has cleared all this out,
Mm-hmm.
all the way, both ways for power lines. Okay, all the way up to that house. But anyway, so
I wonder if Tim Mullen was one of those tree cutters.
That was
turn around.
maybe they're trying to make him a new flute out of the tree.
Well, you know, he does cut trees, and he has a helicopter license,
Yeah.
but he does cut trees.
Well, if he wasn't cutting the trees, he knows the history on when the trees have been cut because he knows the history on everything in B.
Well, and doesn't he also
true.
work on power lines? Because there's pictures that he's posted where he is like up on really high up. I thought he was on power lines. Remember when he wanted to make fun of Reverend Donna and he put the toothpick in his mouth? He was up on power lines, wasn't he?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I think so.
I want to some type of pole, yeah.
For horses, I framed it in a little bit.
He's such a handyman.
Never used it.
Mm-hmm.
The infamous shed tour.
Mm-hmm.
And inside this shed here is just a bunch of junk.
Imagine that.
Right.
Full lawnmower. Winds blowed the roof off.
Well, it didn't take much, looks like.
So, bunch of junk. So this time I drove to the top of our house. I guess I'll go ahead and film that.
I remember when he showed that shed and I paused it and like zoomed in on everything that was inside the shed.
Yeah. I did that too.
Just because I was curious. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Because I felt a little stalkerish doing it. But, you know, the rumor was that Summer had been kept in the shed. And so I thought if that was true, then there would have been, you know, something around that you could tell.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like there would have been something showing or a mark or I don't know.
Oh, Lord.
And Tim, a red truck. That's right, Mimi.
Mm-hmm. And he's recording this, right? Don is.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Damn, with no seatbelt.
Right. Ding,
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 ding, ding.
I know. Just say, ding, ding, ding.
I mean, if you stop, okay, wait, I want to pause because he's getting ready to talk here, but stop and think about it. Their theory is abduction, okay? So when he was on Beach Creek, if Summer could have gotten off the hill and ended up on Beach Creek, then that would be a little bit more believable. But he had to turn onto Ben Hill, and, you know, that's a very tight road, and it's not commonly traveled like Beach Creek. So that's what makes it so unbelievable because it's in the middle of nowhere. Like, who turns back there other than the people that live there, you know?
Yeah.
And what stranger is going to go up there?
There
ain't no stranger make that
It's,
trip,
you know,
not knowing what
Right.
they're going to come across, you know?
Exactly. And knowing, I mean, Beach Creek is supposedly well known for being a bad area. So why would
Right.
you risk into a bad area and stealing somebody's kid?
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Like, that's just asking for a bullet to come at you, you know? Like,
Exactly. None of it makes sense.
not anything that came out of their mouths.
No.
This hill was real bad. I had to use 4-wheel drive. I use my 2-wheel drive truck to come up this hill all the time.
Okay, the dinging is annoying.
Yes.
Was it that blue truck, Cher?
Mm,
Did you see it?
no, it was a dark blue, and it was like a Bronco or something like that.
Oh,
It wasn't that
Oh,
one.
the Suburban.
Yeah, yeah, Suburban, the
They
one
had a
Kathy bought, I think.
they had a green Suburban parked up there when Chris went.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
where
think
he
I-
rolled down to Brian Eaton.
Oh, okay. I do remember that. He had his camo hat on,
Yeah,
yeah.
right? Or a camo jacket. He had something camo on. I remember that now. Because Candace just got in with all the wrong people.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because
It's
he
all
was the saint.
She made the wrong friends.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's never Don's fault.
No.
I mean,
No.
jack of all and king of liars.
Mm-hmm.
So it should be parked up here by the camper. Yeah, right there. Over here to the right.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was that one. Yeah,
Because the pickup trucks, none of those ran.
is that the
Right.
barrel, the for sale barrel?
Over here, I think so. Kind of looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He used to be on the phone with me, and he'd be out there kicking it, and he'd be like, "Haha, I'm kicking the barrel."
Is it
I'm
not
like,
delivered?
"What?"
God.
Like, okay, Don.
Mm. And I agree with Mimi on that one though.
Yo, Mandy.
Yeah, see that with the dogs. I mean, you would think the dogs would alert if somebody came up there, as many as they had. If somebody come up there to abduct Summer, you would think they
I
would
don't know, because Chris McDonough drove up there, and yeah, they were kind of hoarding him, but they weren't acting aggressive or really barking. Not that I remember. I have to
Wow.
rewatch. I don't remember that. I thought they were pretty mellow, actually, for a stranger rolling up.
Yeah, they shouldn't
I
be like
think they just surrounded him, but they didn't
That's what I
bark and
think.
yell. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't remember them barking or causing a fuss.
Right. Because I was
I
really
have-
surprised about it.
And two, I guess if you think about it, if they knew half of the people around there, they probably wouldn't bark at them if they knew they've seen them before.
Yeah, but they didn't know Chris McDonough.
No, that's what I'm saying. Him, they didn't know, but other, somebody they knew come up and gotten her, they might not have barked because they've seen them before. If it was somebody that knew the family,
Mm.
is what I'm saying. Do you guys think the scent trail both down, wait?
I remember. I'm sorry, but I see the picture of Candace and Don there, and he's all buttoned down with his wet,
Yeah.
sleeky hair when he sent that to me one night. With
Do you guys did you read this, Cher?
Do you guys think the scent trail, both down dog trail and driveway, hold any weight? I'm not sure. Did the law say that held any weight?
They said the dog went down the scent dogs went down the dog
I'm
trail.
sure the kids were rolling around in there playing, at other times, but I don't believe 1 minute what Don has told us down, and he wants us to be manipulated and believe that dog trail. So I believe nothing about the dog trail.
Yeah, I think their scent was there. And I just don't know how they got a good scent for Summer to start with. Laundry was everywhere, laying everywhere.
Believe Summer was in the basement that day. I don't know. I don't think so.
She's back.
My dang Wi-Fi. Like I had to show you. I got a new Jack Skelly. Can you see him behind me?
Oh, I see him. Yep.
He's sitting.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
chair.
That's cute.
And this
My
side,
daughter's obsessed with him.
I have the Grinch little thing behind me.
I like your background. It's
I do
cute.
too. Yeah.
Thank you. If my hair didn't look so darn cute right now, I'd leave my camera on.
Oh, shucks.
I told Tammy when I came on, I said, I'm not turning my camera on. My granddaughter just cut about 8 inches off the bottom of my hair for me. She's only
Oh.
11.
Oh my goodness. 8 inches?
That is major trust.
I said, just cut a straight line straight across.
Lolly said they are doing great. The boys, didn't you say
Yeah.
the last you had heard they were doing great?
I had heard that they are doing so good. They're playing sports. Their grades are really, really good. At first, they were just struggling behind in school, but now they're just excelling. But that's what some attention does for them, you know?
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Well, I mean, we've always said Summer saved her brothers.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
agree. I agree.
Thank you, Eve. I hope so.
You know, Summer brought awareness to that whole area because
Yeah.
Ronnie Lawson at the very beginning tell us, you know, there's not a drug problem in Beach Creek. Well, yeah, there
That
is.
was not Ronnie Lawson. That was Pruitt.
Pruitt. Okay. Yeah.
And
There's not a drug problem. Hello.
yeah.
There is. Yeah. I think she brought a lot of awareness.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She saved probably
Absolutely.
more children than she knows she saved.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Still got the volume down here. See, I got to figure out how to clean out my computer so we don't have this problem all the time.
Oh, the beeping.
Okay, this here is on the other side of our mountain chimney top, and on the back side of chimney top, there's a road called Chimney Top Loop. Now it's just it circles around back out onto the main road.
Maybe Don should be a tour guide.
I don't know why he was driving around there though.
Yeah, I don't. That's what I'm saying. He's just like taking them a tour of everywhere.
This is what I wonder about right here. This part.
Through this road a few times before.
Well, wasn't it talked about that he knows every back road
There's actually
Mhm.
a
Yep.
road
in that area? So
landslides on over the base of that mountain. Goes
that's a
Bays
little
Mountain.
sus.
that side.
I think Bays Mountain. There's something to Bays Mountain.
Landslide, but it could have been locked or
The park that the Sandman loves walking around.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Just think of the vast area they have to search when they do search.
Right. It's like where do you go? You know, like
Yeah.
you start at the house obviously, but then you move out, 5 miles or so. But then where do you go after that, you know?
Like he's driving far.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes. That's what I questioned. What is this about?
Yeah.
did they ask him to show him something, or is he just doing this on his own? Because he's doing this on his own. That's really suspect.
He's doing
Right.
it on his own. I asked him to send me video footage of him retracing his steps from that day. And
Yeah.
this is what he sent.
Good. That's a lot of steps. Okay.
sure that anything I think of or anything the public of TBI has already thought of it. But there's something we're missing because we still haven't found it.
I remember watching this, and I had a vision of where I think Summer is possibly maybe buried. And I remember watching this, looking for that
For that
location
spot.
that I was shown. Yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Did you see it in this video?
No.
Okay.
I drew a map because it's so clear. I even
Out into these
in
woods,
my vision I saw the
stuff that
sun
I'd say
setting
it's almost
behind the tree.
impossible to even walk
And there
past
was a
these.
house on the property, and then there was another cluster of 3 trees in front of the house. And I drew everything that I saw from if I was standing there looking at the tree that I believe she's buried beside. And then I also was able to get an overhead view of the property, and that's when I was able to tell that there was a house there. And it was a big I don't know how to describe it, but it was like an old
What?
country house, but it was 2-story, and upstairs was all one big room.
Hmm.
And when you went in, there were beds, twin size beds on either wall, on both sides, and
Mhm.
then straight ahead window on that wall. And there were 3 or 4 beds on each side, so 6 or 8 beds total in that one big room. And that made me wonder if maybe it wasn't a house, if it was some kind of
Orphanage or hospital or
Like a group
yeah,
home type
something.
thing or camp or something.
mm-hmm.
Right. It reminded me of a lake cottage, a summer lake cottage where you go and everybody just grabs a bed. All the kids go upstairs and hop in one.
Right. Hmm.
So I knew which side of the road it was on because of where the sun set and,
Right.
all of that. There's that interview. The gorgeous shirt.
Mm-hmm.
That pretty shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Right, like a girls' camp, Mimi. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I remember hearing Ziggy talk one time about a camp out there. I don't know what kind of camp it is, but it's down off of Beach Creek somewhere.
But like a summer camp, like
Yeah.
they go in the summer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I told Ryan that I know I've shared with him before. I think just the picture that I drew that was from me standing there looking at the tree. But I don't think that I've tagged him in the overhead picture where it's a map.
Right. Right.
No, Elsie, I think she's still in Tennessee. I think that she's closer than we think, but
Mm-hmm.
I think she's on. So here's how I think that they're getting away with it. I think it's on private property, but it's on a part of that's not monitored. So
Yeah.
if somebody buried something there, nobody would know except for the person that did it.
Mm-hmm. I think it's like an old steel mill that's in the ground.
That could
Like
be.
like a bunker.
Do you think she's
Right.
close to her home?
I don't think she's very far.
Yeah, I don't think she's far either.
Mm-mm. I think you need a 4-wheeler or a side, I would say a 4-wheeler to get to it.
And see, it's crazy how we have different visions, because mine, where I saw her, they drove off the side of the road into the yard to get to the tree, and that's where it was. Like, you could still see the tire tracks where the tires had pressed the grass down, because it was kind of tall grass.
Yeah.
And so that's like, we're shown things from spirit, and it's how we interpret things from our own minds. So
Right.
but when things are very similar or the same, then that's when I'm like, okay, let's work on that and build forward and see where we can go from there.
Yeah. And I believe she's moved more than once.
I agree. I think she's been moved. Yes.
Yeah.
And see, I don't think she was moved.
You don't think so?
I think that Dawn built a wooden box to put her in, and I'll tell you why. I did I did 2 spirit box sessions, actually, where in both of them I could hear what sounded like a wooden box with like chains and metal locks.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounded like it was being scooted across concrete. And that's how I could tell that it was a wooden box with metal on it. It was so loud when I did the spirit box session. And then when it was so loud, I had my earbuds in and I had to turn them down because it was breaking my eardrum. But then when I went back to listen to the session, because I record every session, it wasn't loud at all. And so that was really weird, because I've never had anything like that happen. And the spirit box that I was using didn't have sounds in it. I'm almost positive I was using the miracle box, and that only has voices in it. And you get to choose if you want a child's voice, female or male, if you want an adult's voice or an elderly adult, and so I chose the child female. There shouldn't have been any noises in it at all. Oh, Lolly, are you gifted as well? Or are you just a believer?
I believe in it. I wish I was.
I didn't know I was until Mystic Brady. She has a channel on here, and she came to me one time and she was like, your ancestors want you to quit using the spirit box and just listen.
Oh,
and
wow.
I was like, okay. And she was like, you got the powers to be able to do it without the spirit box. You just need to listen. And so I said, okay, I'll give it.
I know when I was young, I would go wake up my parents and tell them weird things. And then we would wake up the next day and that it actually happened.
Oh, yeah. Premonition. Yep.
Yeah. I never remembered it. But I would do that all the time. My mom said it drove her crazy. Because I would sleep.
I think I would like it.
Yeah.
And be like, Lolly said last night this was going to happen today, so prepare yourselves because it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard about the Pressman's home in reference to summer?
The Pressmans? No.
I have not either.
What?
Where's the Pressman's home?
Wondering. That's not the one from yesterday, I hope, because it has nothing to do with summer. No.
The Pressman's.
I heard you guys talking about that. And everybody has intuition, though, Lolly. So if you're open to it and you do want it, you can do it. You just have to figure it out, how it works for you. I describe how to do it. I don't know if Tammy has any ideas.
Oh,
better than mine.
Rogersville.
Because mine, I just went and watched other psychics that told how their abilities worked. And I was like, okay, well, that makes sense. Okay. And things started clicking. And then I was like, that's crazy. You know, I mean, I saw Kylie Rodney in the back of her car
Mhm.
before she was found.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And she was put in there. She didn't do that.
Yeah, that was so
Exactly.
obvious. Yes.
Yeah.
I saw Gabby Petito. I saw Brian carrying her as he
Mhm.
was walking across rocky waters.
Wow.
And his parents never got charged, did they?
God,
Nope.
that makes me mad because
I
they
know.
knew.
Mm-hmm.
His mom's,
Fired
I
him.
mean, like she told on herself in that letter.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
Well, they remind me of those Proudfoot's mom and dad, whatever.
Yes,
Yep.
I agree.
Yeah.
Are they socks and feet?
Yeah. Isn't that weird?
And
Yeah.
Mhm.
Bauer socks.
Kathy Sour Socks.
I call her mommy socks
Mommy Socks.
and Mr. and Miss Feet.
Mr. and Mrs. Feet. Stinky feet.
I call them corn toes.
Oh,
Cornrows.
that's Edgar Flintstone to everybody. Just remember that.
Mm-hmm.
I have the photo album, the family photo album. Stone photo album.
Chris's own initials tell on himself.
Right.
Right.
Whoa.
Yep.
Oh, let's see.
Yeah. I don't know, Elsie. I don't know if that would be. See, it works differently for different people. So, like, you know, if you're open and you start feeling every single thing that a victim feels, and if you don't have control of what victims come to you and when they come to you, then that could be hard for you to handle for sure. So, I would not recommend it. Maybe so much.
Have y'all heard allegedly Katie's supposed to have another sister who is with a barefoot?
No, I haven't heard that one.
What?
They're trolling. That can't be for real. Who said that? TJ.
TJ.
Well, I believe
Looking into
TJ.
it.
Yeah, he's researching it. He's working on it.
Yeah. TJ, she's
Well,
good
I'm
at
gonna.
her research.
Yeah, she's working on it.
Okay, wait. Is TJ male or female?
Female.
I think a female. I don't know.
I always feel bad if I call somebody the wrong.
Yeah,
what they
when you got a
prefer.
name and you're not sure if it's he or she, that's it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
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 As
But
are you, Eve.
But I know
T-
Katie does have a sister that's an RSO.
So her mom and her sister are RSOs?
Yes. Yes.
yeah.
TJ said
Okay.
biology.
Okay. So TJ, do you want us to call you a she, her, or a them, they, or a he,
Uh,
him?
I'm not doing any of that.
Come on, share. I don't want to offend anybody.
But
Like
I'm
I'm
a
being serious.
tiger.
The way that she
Rawr.
said it. The way that she said I'm a female biologically. Like I just
Yeah.
want to be sure.
Oh, now I'm gonna get in trouble. Remember that Seth guy? Freaking
Yeah.
out on me.
Yep. Yep. He gave you a lot of stuff that night.
There you go.
Forever. He kept coming back.
And don't
We
do
were
those
like,
damn
good,
pronouns.
not
Right.
good.
The damn pronouns.
Just our thing.
Well, TJ, I will expect a 5-page summary of what you find out after you get done with your research about this alleged barefoot situation. Okay? Thank you.
She's researching. She's researching.
She's the one to give it to you. She does good.
Yeah, see, Elsie, I would be careful. Like with me, I can control it, like random things that come to me that take over. And it's not like a constant all day thing. And, but I know that there are people that do. I don't think Tammy does either, but
What?
Where you have like spirit coming to you all day, every day, making you feel and see visions that you don't want to see, or, see.
I did. I just have to tell them. Don't be. You're not going to be in my space all day. You got to tell them. You just have to set your boundaries.
See, I've never had to do that. The only person that's ever come to me on their own without me was Summer.
Yeah. Mine come mainly at night, like they do that when I want to go to bed. So mine are mainly at night, so I have to tell them, look, I have to at least get 5 hours. You cannot keep me awake all night. You can't do
it. Spill it. I got a time, bedtime, okay?
Right. I mean, I can't. Yeah. Yep.
Now, I have had, there's been times that I'm sitting there and I would feel like a random something, and I would hop on either Facebook or YouTube or whatever, and I would just type out what I felt like I was being told, because I felt like it was a message to pass on. But it wasn't like somebody coming to me wanting help, like Summer came to me wanting help.
Yeah. I have a notebook that, like, if I get strange phrases, and I've gotten some, and I'm like, where? And I'll just write it down, and I'm like, eventually maybe I'll find somebody that it goes with. I mean, somebody may say something, and I'm like, oh, I think this belongs to you. So sometimes I'll get messages like that, and I'll just write them down, because I don't know where. I mean, it's phrases, odd phrases I haven't heard before, or 2 or 3 words, or a small sentence, and I'm like, I have no idea. So I just write it down, and then sometimes I find the person it goes with, and sometimes I don't.
That reminds me. So before I knew that I had abilities, I had, like, when I got pregnant with my daughter, I started having crazy wild dreams that made absolutely no sense whatsoever to me. And there was one that I kept having like 4 or 5 times over, and it was the same house, the same people, the same thing happened every time. And I started a dream journal. Maybe I should get that out and read it live, because I bet those were messages for people.
You never know. Yeah.
Because I've kept it. I mean, my daughter's 22, and I've written down a majority of my dreams since I was pregnant with her.
Yep. I have, and I've matched 2 or 3, but not, I mean, you don't just go around try to, hey, I got a message. Is this for you? I mean, you don't. Sometimes you'll get somebody that'll say something, and you're thinking, oh, I bet that goes with them, and so you'll, if you're brave enough to go up and say something to them,
A past life.
I believe that, TJ. I've had many reoccurring dreams.
Yeah.
And the worst dream that I've ever had, it woke me up before the one with Summer. It woke me up at like 3:30 in the morning. I called my and woke her up because I was bawling my eyes out. And I was like, I got to tell somebody this, or I'm never going to be able to go back to sleep, because I saw it was a liquor store parking lot, and I was driving by, and I saw somebody on their knees in the parking lot, and then I saw somebody standing behind them, and I saw the shot. And I've never witnessed anything like that in real life, and that was like the scariest, most traumatic dream that I have ever had.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that was a victim trying to come to me for help.
I had one the other night, and I'm from the South, so we have these wives, I guess old wives' tales, you want to call them, or your grandma used to tell you, don't tell a bad dream before breakfast. You have to eat breakfast before you can tell any kind of bad dream. So I had one last night, and in the middle of the night, my husband's like, you're having a bad dream. And he's like, what was it? I'm like, no, I can't tell you till after breakfast. And he's like, oh my God.
Oh, I've never heard that.
Yeah, my grandma used to say that. So I mean, I never did. But I was dreaming I was driving. Like I was actually the person driving, and I hit somebody in the middle of the road. And
Mm.
I mean, it was real. I mean, I could feel the impact and everything. I woke up and I thought, oh, thank God that was just a dream, you know. But yeah, when they're that real, it scares you like that when they're that real. I mean, you can see everything. It
shakes your soul.
Yeah, it's scary. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got.
Oh my, Elsie.
Uh-oh. Well,
Cubes.
let's see what
Oh,
Just hurry.
Mimi Jean.
Mimi. That's happened a time or two.
Well, yeah, I've heard that he tried to do that. Wasn't that what he did last time? This here
That was
lately?
recently, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I know it's not funny. I shouldn't laugh.
And life that they live, you know, like
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
easy. No, you're
So-
fine, Elsie. I want to make sure that everybody is subscribed to Tammy's Tarot channel too. So I'll drop it again in chat.
Oh yeah, no, you're fine. We're just talking. Is there anything else y'all want to cover about summer tonight? Anything else you want to say? Anybody in chat want to say anything?
I think we've covered a lot, you know. There's so much to the case that
It is.
just little random things, but it's been a great first live for you. I'm excited.
I think so.
I think we should go over Dudley's live with Dawn again.
Yeah,
Okay.
that would be good.
Oh my
Wait.
God, that was nerve wracking.
Live with Dawn?
Where I had Dawn and Dudley on.
Yeah.
How in the heck did I miss that?
What, you did not?
I did. I have never seen that.
Oh man, it was
So much
It
of
was
it's been so
brutal.
long ago, you know, that I remember pieces of it. So that would be amazing. Especially since Mandy hadn't heard it.
Yes.
I feel like when she starts listening, she'll remember.
that's very
Probably.
possible. Very
Well,
possible.
there's so much in this case that it's not surprising me that something slipped and you can't remember. You know what I mean? There's
Oh,
so
yeah.
much.
Play that clip. It's like a 2-hour
It's
live
like-
stream.
Is it? It's 2 hours.
Great.
I think it was a
We'll have to do that
live
on-
stream, so it was a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have
And then
to.
we were fighting.
Thank you, TJ.
I bet it was interesting. Because Dudley was not. Dudley did not like Dawn because he got fired.
Dudley
and-
didn't know Dawn was going to be on.
Oh,
I did
you
that.
you sneaky little girl.
It had to happen, and
Yeah.
I was making sure it happened.
And then Dawn hated Dudley because Dudley talked heels on
Too
the
much.
ground crew.
Dawn knew, so Dawn thought it was a big thing
gosh.
that him and I were doing against Dudley or whatever. That's how I did it. So Dawn was on the inside scoop, and so he was like, "Yeah, let's do this. Let's get Dudley." And I didn't tell Dudley because I knew Dudley wouldn't show. And then, yeah,
And okay, wait, didn't Dudley and talk to PG too?
probably. I don't know. If she did, I didn't see it.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that they did because they're the only other people that I can think of that Dudley talked to.
Well, Dudley talked to JLR and Molly and them, I think.
Well, yeah, that's the Heels on the Ground group. I was
Yeah.
being kind and not calling them anything else. So.
Oh.
They went by Heels on the Ground at that time, okay? So
They
Yeah.
did.
Hogs.
Hogs.
I remember somebody called them stilettos in the mud And I was like,
Oh,
That's
Yes,
so
yes,
funny.
Robert.
I remember that. What was in the mud? Frickin' Molly. I'm dirty.
no, it's so funny.
was there, how many interviews did he do? Or did he know he was doing?
Well, I'm out. No, he knew he was doing my interview, just not that I was going to have a special guest. That wasn't him.
So I thought Dudley had just interviewed with them at the restaurant, and then later it wasn't an interview, like they weren't on PG's panel. It was like phone calls that PG had with private and recorded them and then shared the videos that way. I'm pretty sure it had to have been her. I'm gonna have to go look.
I'll have to listen to that one because I didn't know she did that. I had them both up on on panel.
Yeah, I'm almost positive. I'm gonna search it up real quick and see if I can, because on the computer I can type in the search bar on the channel. On my phone I can't do that.
Yeah.
Because I'm curious, when did he do that with PG?
It's been a very long time ago. I think it was right after he with them at the restaurant, like shortly after that, not extremely long.
So before I had him on too, then.
See, I don't know when you had him on, so I don't remember that right this second.
It looks like Dudley got around.
Yeah, because I remember talking too. And I think that's why I remember it so well, because that was really the only time that because at the dinner, she didn't really talk much. And so on the phone, she was like super talking.
Super talking?
Super talking. Oh my goodness.
I don't watch Sweetie Pie that much, but I've seen her channel. She's got a pretty good channel.
What?
Sweetie Pie Low.
Sweetie Pie Low is a sweetheart. Her real name is Lauren, and she is so sweet, like so respectful and so kind. And she shared a private story on a live stream that she's recently taken down, or took down right after. But it really helped me kind of see more into her and why she is so patient and kind and, just a good person, I think.
Her channel is it's pretty good. I mean, it's pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 2 years ago, interview with Don Wells' coworker, Dudley, and his Summer Wells case. And that's the first one that pops up. It says it's 2 hours and 41 minutes, but I know that it was just a phone call that she played in it.
He didn't know she was recording him.
Poor Dudley.
He's not very good at this, is he?
No.
It's a setup.
Or he would never have accepted my invitation.
He don't know he's being recorded. He don't know Don's listening in. He probably should not do this. That's probably why he's on the ground crew.
Okay, here it is. I found it.
Thanks for subbing all of us. Oh.
Yeah.
Is it Ellie or L?
I think it's LC. That's what I've always said.
Okay.
Okay, so it takes PG over an hour to play this call.
Of course it does.
I don't know how much, right? I don't know how much talking she does in between, but
Right, right, son.
Absolutely.
Do you guys want to try to listen to a few minutes of it just to get an idea of it?
Sure. If everybody wants to, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. There it is.
Oh, Lord.
I just had to scroll through until I saw this on the screen here, and then I knew that's where the call starts. Okay. So, oh, wait. I wanted to see the date in June 23rd, 2022. So almost a year.
Hmm.
Here. All right.
Now, a picture today of a vehicle that looks just like Dudley's, the one that was up on 110 Ben Hill Road. And he's putting out that it's possibly, well, he's saying it is, I guess, Dudley's vehicle. And I wanted to just call and confirm because I put out lies. I put out 100% truth. And
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh.
5 minutes for the laughing.
Just heard lightning strike, and I think it was a big burn boom.
Oh, that was good.
I'm sorry.
call Dudley up and say, hey, is this true that, she possibly bought your vehicle, or is that your vehicle that was parked outside of her camper? And I'm sure, I was sure that it wasn't, absolutely wasn't. And thank you for confirming that.
Uh-oh.
We lost her.
Wi-Fi went out again.
Mm-hmm.
Even her Wi-Fi can't stand that voice.
Right? Right?
Remember that lady that, what she do? Kaboom does? What she, bada boom! She broke her freaking computer.
I don't think I'm familiar with her.
She's a fucking nutcase. She was like the female version of Christopher Lloyd.
Oh,
Gosh.
Remember her crazy gray hair? Bada boom!
well, that
She
might,
tried to put a curse on me. Yeah, she's trying to curse me. She hopped up on my panel and started doing this weird thing, and then yeah, I was like,
what?
yeah, she's trying to put a curse on me. She's crazy.
Seriously.
For real, she did it while live, and then she bought a boom dust, and everything went to shit.
Oh my gosh. Did your live get messed up?
The whole computer shut down. I remember. I think the live did get messed up. I don't know if we just ended it, but we did end up ending it like right around then. And that was before, and then we had to get a new computer after that. She bought a boom dust after her cursing us.
Wow. What, Spirit Seeker? Are you is your Wi-Fi gone for the night? Did it take a break? Did it go to sleep? Did it say I'm not listening to him tonight? Well, we can do a part 2 about, we can start here and do a part 2 on him, or we can do it on one of y'all's channels, however y'all want to do it.
Yeah. I'm game for whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's
We
reading.
got to get on Wally's, and Mandy hasn't done a live for a while. Yeah, make the rounds, and then
Yeah, we'll do another one.
Okay. That sounds good. And I'm so glad y'all were here. Thank y'all for joining me for my first one. I think it went good.
It did. You had a good crowd.
I did. I didn't even look at like the numbers or anything. I'm trying to learn not to do that.
Yeah.
yeah, don't let it bother you. You're gonna get people that replay. Make sure your tags are
Yes.
good.
I actually didn't. I mean, I can't tell through looking through StreamYard. Y'all know that. So I didn't I didn't pay attention when I went to my phone to put my mods in there. I didn't even pay attention to how many was in chat. So
Yeah, you had a good chat though.
Good.
Very interactive. That
Mhm.
makes it good.
yeah, I liked everybody was talking and asking questions, and
Yeah.
and that's how I want it. I want everybody interacting and giving their opinions, and even if we don't all agree, that's okay.
Right.
Give our opinions as long as we're respectful and asking questions, and that's good because we can keep Summer out there, and we can keep Michael Vaughn out there, and we can keep Sebastian out there, and just a lot of the others that are missing. That all those sweet babies that are missing, nobody should be missing. It'd be nice if we could bring everybody home.
That would be
But
amazing.
it would.
Speaking of that, quick, did you see that Stacy Wandra's trying to get a name change?
I seen that.
He's turning into Nicole Kessinger.
I seen that. I seen
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
And a name.
Big Boy thinks that changing his name is not gonna make him be found still. Like, we
Oh.
know what you look like. You're still a creeper looking. We're gonna know whether you change your name or not, Stacy.
Right. It ain't gonna matter. He's not gonna get out, I don't think.
No, I mean, even if he was to go to prison, that people would still know who he is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not gonna change what he done.
Oh, people are gonna sell that dude's information for a honey bun in a second. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I saw where he divorced.
Yeah, he's trying to divorce her too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you divorcing her now?
Yeah.
Wait, was his name Wandra and she changed her last name, or did he take her last name? Could it be possibly he's changing his last name in the divorce?
Maybe that's it. I don't know. They're a weird bunch. You never know.
Yeah. Mandy's laughing at you.
Well, a honey bun, maybe a ramen too. And I'll send it.
Right? I'll send them a whole box.
Yeah.
She changed to Wandra.
She changed to Wandra, so he really does want to Nicole Kessinger it. He's trying to change his name.
Golly, he's so stupid.
Oh,
He needs to talk for real.
That's nice, Elsie. Thank you.
Aw.
Lolly, Mandy, Tammy, love you. Thank you for having us on your first live, Tammy.
Yes.
Thank you
did
for
so
being
good.
here. I appreciate y'all. I'm glad you were here.
Yes.
I still got a lot to learn, but I think we had a good live, and I hope the next one is just as good.
Yeah. We'll just keep talking about Summer.
Yep.
For sure. Keep her name out there.
Yep. And just let me know if you want to do the second one on mine or one of y'all's, and we'll just keep going. Keep it going.
All righty. Well, ladies, I enjoyed it. Thank y'all so much. Chat, thank y'all for being so good. It was fun.
It
Yes,
was.
thank you, chat.
Yes.
Okay, Tammy, I'm gonna hop down so you can close out your show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love you.
Love
Good
you.
job.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming. I appreciate you.
Oh, yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye. Good night, everyone. Thank you to all my mods that were in here. Thank you for the ones that were modded and stayed with me. Thank you for all of my new peoples that's come in. I do appreciate y'all. I appreciate all of the support. This was my first live, and I hope to keep it drama free and just an open discussion where we can talk and discuss things and give our opinions, and it be just no drama. That's how I want to keep it. So thank you, Mandy. Love you. Thank y'all for being here. Share. Thank you and Mandy, all your help getting me started and getting me going, and I appreciate you. So good night, everybody. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, TJ, and everyone for being here. I appreciate you. Love y'all and good night. No drama. That's right. Good night, y'all. Thank you.